Thanks so much for tuning in to our Hills and Valleys Incorporated channel, where we provide strategic instructions that will assist learning individuals such as yourself to live your life with flourish, finesse, and flair. My name is Tammy, and I am the founder and chief strategic life refiner of Hills and Valleys Incorporated. I'm so pleased to introduce my organization to you and to let you know that we are an organization which provides personal development services focused on becoming your advocate to align your truth with your passions and your purpose. I want to help you not talk yourself out of achieving all that is meant for you. Someone's opinion of you doesn't have to become your reality, and I encourage you to develop the courage to pursue your dreams beyond your comfort zone. Please reach out to me so that we can partner in the development of a Hills and Valleys Incorporated strategic program. It will be as unique and as special as you are. I would also love for you to connect with me so that we can get to know one another a little bit better and to begin having some conversations in which I will be able to give you more details about the Hills and Valleys Incorporated program and the program elements which make up that program and which is built around you, around your development and your timing, and it will lead the discussion and the choosing of your Hills and Valleys Incorporated program elements to make up your unique, personalized strategic plan. We are going to deal with your identified goals and your objectives, and now is your time to move forward and to live your power. So let's connect. Today's talk will focus on the benefits of a mindset to better. I believe strongly that to better is where it's at, and everyone has the potential to live a great life. I want you to embrace your potential, and I believe that many of us don't go for the top because we start believing in the limits that people see us with. I believe in you, and I believe that there's always room for us to grow and to better. There is so much more than what you are experiencing now. So let's tap into our more and grow to better. If you came to me for service, we would spend a good part of our initial conversations on getting to know one another and get to know one another better. Most likely our conversations would take place on the phone, the internet, and or through messages and or written means. If you prefer a more intimate face-to-face meeting with this current environment, we would most likely have to make a concerted effort to do so. And of course, those arrangements also that would be planned would be to the best of our capability, because there are so many limits and there's so many ways and workarounds. So even within this current environment that has placed such restrictions on us, I'm sure that we can find a way. We can be innovative and we can achieve that intimate face-to-face experience. So we would talk, we would laugh, we would think, sigh, and cry. Yep. It's a time when getting to know each other brings up so many emotions up to the surface, and those emotions may show through in a myriad of ways. Sometimes there's an awakening and a realization that things that are buried so deep inside that only during the quiet parts of our conversation, the unearthing and the discovery of those things that are buried so far below only start to surface as we talk things through. Other times, delving deeper into our situations may only come about after several conversations, several work plans, and activities. Your journey is your journey, and therefore there is no right or wrong path which you can move forward with. There is only your path. And therefore, taking that next step occurs when you lift your foot up from your current position to place down a little bit ahead of where it was before, and that allows you to take that forward step. So, my objective with this part of the exercise is to get to know you more intimately and to start out discussions on working to better. What? To better. I know this may sound a bit confusing, but I like to keep everything simple so that we can make sure that we are on a common base and understanding of where we are, where we would like to be, and what we would like to achieve. So, With this video teaching, it's to provide you with information in a general context that will help you advance with whatever activity that you're choosing to explore and whatever activity that you would like to improve upon. Therefore, if I go back to where we just left off before this brief interlude, I was saying that we are now going to examine the concept around to better. Yes, I said it correctly. And yes, I'm speaking proper English, trust me. I know the English language very well, and I really mean to better. What do I mean when I say to better? Well, to better means a better way of communicating with others. To better means a better way of processing this phase of your journey. To better means to a better way of understanding what your next step should be. To better. To better should always be your focus. It doesn't matter what you're working on. It doesn't matter what you're developing or planning or thinking. You must always think about that next step in everything and the to better parts of all the elements. To better is the Hills and Valleys Incorporated way of letting the space around your moment be present within your plan to include you, your unique attributes, and your own personal goals and objectives. There are parts of you that needs to be awakened within this concept. So, when I say to live your power, it is a literal concept in which I acknowledge that there is power within each one of us, and we need to be active in moving forward with our power by living it out. So, live your power. So, let's examine the why of why do you need to better? Why do you need to put focus and put a plan in place to better? Our lives and how we choose to move forward and around is recognizably ours. We all have a particular move, a particular stance, a particular cadence of speech, a movement, activity, etc. We are individuals, and therefore we need to honor our individuality and acknowledge that our individuality made up with others is what makes the beauty of this world beautiful. The beauty is in the details, and those details are the unique attributes that form in a harmony of magnificence when everyone is aligning their truth with their purpose and their passions. The first words that pop in my mind to explain this melange of unique personalities is synchronicity. Synchronicity is a term that is frequently used to represent the process of experiences, of the coming together and forming some sort of meaning. Synchronistic occurrences are formidable, and it propels us forward with a surge of a burst of short-lived courage. To better means taking a hold of our short-lived bursts of courage and building around it so that we can extend our time to embrace a new mindset of moving forward to better, no matter if you feel courageous or not. Your goal and your focus is to keep your eyes on the prize to better, no matter the difficulty, no matter what you don't have all the details worked out, no matter your feelings of doubt and uncertainty that it will work out the way that you plan. Embrace your journey and embrace your steps forward to better. How do you put in practice those practical parts of to better? Well, start where you are and take that next step forward from your current situation. Refine your voice and practice the process. Constantly exploring different ways of living is exciting. I get it, but it's also very exhausting. Being scattered with thought and giving effort to all different types of activities without delving further into one activity leaves you with a general feeling of accomplishment, but not as a specialist or an expert within your field. Expert level living also brings about a renewed sense of interest and a renewed sense of focus on learning and moving forward to better, which will also bring you closer to aligning your truth with your purpose and your passions, so that you can also learn more about who you are and celebrate you on living joyfully, that you are living authentically and doing what you are truly meant to bring forward on this earth. Yes, I do get it. Excitement is truly addictive, and it brings a sense of accomplishment when you are able to satisfy immediately. I know it's easy to get charged up when you begin a new project or activity, but after a while, the enthusiasm wanes and then it eventually dries up. And in those waning moments, doubt, insecurity, and uncertainty may nudge you to restart your activity with a different slant or have you start looking for something new in an entirely different direction. Or you make the decision to just give up on moving forward with anything. So what happens? You end up doing nothing at all. Starting and stopping new activities will never give you an opportunity to develop a craft well and move forward in that craft to becoming an expert and operating in the expert arena of that craft. There's no denying that you will experience feelings of accomplishment. I get it. Because you will be involved with learning a new thing and you will be involved with experiencing new moments, but you may not feel that deep-rooted sense of satisfaction when you surpass expectations, yours and others, and when you do so much more and get so much further than you thought you would get. So, this is when you're able to jump over new hurdles and you get that feeling of really making it over and getting that sense of fulfillment that I did it. I really did it. And if you continue to immerse yourself in living from one surface level experience to another next surface level experience, you won't get that feeling. You will feel excited, as I said before, but you will be living off exciting euphoric moments that arise at the beginning stage of any activity, but it will be a fleeting state of emotion of happy rather than the deep-rooted sense of joy and satisfaction which comes about when one moves past surface level living and feeding off immediate gratification moments. So, one practical step that can be put into practice immediately is to start thinking about developing your mindset and your attitude to delving into the expert level experiences rather than just remaining at the beginner level experiences. Getting ready to begin a new task is exciting. The preparation, the enthusiasm, and all the other feelings of adrenaline that gets attached when you look forward to beginning something new. All of those feelings, the cheers, receiving support and encouragement from others also adds to the excitement factor. But there is definitely a different sense of pride and accomplishment that comes about when you master something by digging in and moving forward from just working on creating a piece to working on creating and developing and establishing a masterpiece. Immersing yourself fully into your activity means involving yourself deeply into learning and growing, more understanding about your craft, and those nuances involved in distinguishing it at the expert level. Repeating a process over and over teaches us important lessons about the subtlety, the variations, and the refinement of any given activity. We begin to see beyond the surface level, and then we become attuned to how slight changes may shift the direction of an activity or even how we choose to move forward with activity in new, different ways. When we just stop and then start and restart, we do end up moving all over the map, and we do not learn the lessons that are there beyond what the surface level experiences teaches us. Of course, in the early stages of discovering who we are and what we like to do. This kind of exploration is a natural part of the process, so you can't forgo it all. But it really should not go on for too long and for too many times, because the ultimate result with so many starts and stops with different activities will be feelings of extreme frustration that we haven't found our voice, or we will notice that our voice doesn't really resonate our authenticity with either ourselves or with others. So in practical terms, let's look at the simplicity of this concept by identifying common elements that when applied in a consistent manner will bring us to better. The to better part of moving forward, no matter the activity that we choose to invest our time in or our attention to. Take time and embrace the beauty that time to see beyond provides us. Work to truly understand what footprint you would like to make. What sound would you like to resonate, and how your authentic self will be expressed as you step more into your activity of choice. challenge yourself to learn more and to grow deeper with the knowledge and the beauty of your activity. Embrace the elements within your activity that resonate with you the most, with bringing yourself out and bringing your sense of awe, wonder, and well-being. As you move further and deeper within your realm, you will also uncover your signature style and your signature voice. Identify how, where, and with whom you would like to share and express and teach your activity with your unique signature style. Of course, the medium of your expression, written words, pictures, photograph, business tools, everything will be dependent upon your craft and your skill. But as you move forward with the mindset of deeper expert level thinking, during the discovery phase of your activity, you will also uncover your niche as well. You will also recover your unique signature style. Embrace this part of your journey with wild abandon, and don't focus your energy towards shaping how the end will look. Let the end unfold naturally, and don't worry about trying to move the right or perfect way forward. Trust the lessons of the process and embrace the fact that there is truly no right or perfect way. There is only your way. Of course, moving forward in a realistic manner is key to moving forward in a successful manner. Accept and acknowledge that there will be the bumpy points of discovery the first couple of 100 times. But keep exploring, keep moving forward to better. Recognize that there will always be limitations involved with your journey, especially as you go deeper with the knowledge and building part of your activity. There are only so many hours that can be devoted, don't forget, to any activity within a period of time. So, accept that there must be a time limit placed on the number of activities that you could do within your allotted time frame for the pursuit of the to better of your craft or your skill. You may also want to consider adding a scaling element to your activities so that you will be able to deal with the big parts of the general overall plan in a more manageable way by tackling each part of that activity in sections and with bits and pieces of that activity. Add distinguishable elements to your body of work throughout the full life cycle of your project plan. As you complete both the action and the implementation parts of your plan, continue to refine, update, and address your areas of concern throughout the process. And don't just try to think about adding things on as an afterthought or tag it on when you've completed that particular action and now you're in the final details. Make sure that you look at it all and give yourself freedom to move. So I encourage you to broaden your focus to include embracing the process as a focal point and not just moving forward to a final destination endpoint. Try not to worry about working at all your finished and end result details during the thinking, the exploration, and the planning stages of your activity development. Envelop every part of the process while you work on the building stage and you're looking at all the parts and the elements of your activity. If you developed an overall plan that identified the work just involved within the different bits and pieces of your activity, you're going to see progress. When you step back and you review each part and element of your activity that's being completed, you will note your progress. Trust your vision and trust your process. Now that you open up the process part of the development of your activity, you've allowed room for those unplanned moments to occur. You will feel encouraged and you will be determined to delve into the two better parts of your activity. Recognize that the most important part of two better movement is the emergence of the unknown and the unplanned. Avail yourself to continued effort, avail yourself to continued learning, and avail yourself to continued development. Shift your focus to embracing a mindset of to better. To better with the processing, to better with the building, to better with the implementing parts of your activity, rather than just focusing and working towards your activity's final destination or endpoint. So, thanks so much for tuning in. As I stated before, my passion is to assist learning individuals like yourself live your life with finesse, flourish, and flair. Keep on keeping on and live your power. Bye, climbers!